As we come on the air at 5 o'clock, a North Alabama teen charged with capital murder in Huntsville. I'm Marie Waxel. We do have team coverage tonight. WAAY 31 weekend anchor Rob Sneed is live from HPD headquarters, where he spoke with police about the even broader issue of teen violence and the importance of community involvement. But first, we want to start with WAAY 31 reporter Paige Meyer with community reaction and the latest details on this deadly shooting. Paige.
Marie, yes, the Madison County coroner confirmed that the victim of that shooting was a 15-year-old boy. Now, I'm told the two other victims are recovering. Only one is still in the hospital, and they are suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Now, I spoke to a neighbor on Max Luther Drive today who tells me this whole situation has been concerning for both her and her family. Now, HPD says officers responded to Huntsville Hospital after 3 gunshot victims arrived for treatment Tuesday afternoon. The responding officer learned the shooting involved juveniles in 2 vehicles on Max Luther Drive. Police say the victims were followed from the area of Blue Spring Road in Sparkman to Max Luther, where the shooting actually occurred. Now, police believe the incident involves an ongoing dispute between the kids. They say the suspects fled the scene but were then located less than 2 hours later by police, authorities say. Now, a woman who recently moved onto Max Luther Drive says last night's scene was unsettling but not unexpected.
It makes you real nervous, I'm gonna be honest, and you have to be cautious when you walk out these doors. But when I learned that, there were children, small kids, and somebody lost their life, that just broke my heart. That's sad. It's truly sad.
2 minors were detained yesterday in connection to the shooting. One was charged with capital murder and the other was released. Now, as of yesterday, HPD says there's no evidence that bullets hit anyone or anything else in the area. They say this was an isolated incident between the 2 cars. Now, this investigation is still ongoing, and HPD says further charges are expected. Make sure to stick with WAAY 31 News on this developing story. Reporting live in Huntsville with coverage you can count on. Paige Meyer, WAAY 31 News.
Continuing our team coverage now, the teen shooting death has the community and local law enforcement speaking up about the broader issue with teens and teen violence. WAAY 31 weekend anchor Rob Sneed joins us live now from HPD. Rob, police told you just a short time ago that the teenage victims in this case are in fact considered victims when it comes to sorting out exactly what happened here.
Marie, yeah, that told me that just a few moments ago. And actually, one of the 2 teens that were in the hospital last night got released from the hospital today. But one of those other victims, as you mentioned, is still in the hospital right now being treated for their injuries. Now, that deputy chief I spoke with a few moments ago, Marie, he says that what happened to those teens is a lack of supervision. And he says folks, especially adults in the community, need to step up. Now, this is what it looked like outside of the hospital yesterday when police, first responders rather, took those teens after that shooting did occur. Now, Deputy Chief Michael Johnson emphasized the importance of community involvement and adult supervision, as I mentioned, in preventing shootings like this. He highlighted anonymous reporting platforms like Crime Stoppers and stressed the need for adults to be aware of their children's activities and surroundings. Johnson says HPD will continue community outreach events like block parties to engage with teens and teach them conflict resolution. He says that is really part of the bigger issue here, them not knowing how to just sit down and talk about problems instead of engaging in violent activity. And he also said adults should pay attention to the signs of issues between teenagers and their community or family or in their friends' circles. He says be proactive in addressing problems or conflict between teens in your neighborhood. He said don't be afraid. Now, coming back here on WAAY 31 News at 6, hear more from police about how you can help teens solve problems. For now, I'm reporting live at HPD headquarters with coverage you can count on. Rob Sneed, WAAY 31 News.